Hello everyone. In this video, we will see the representation of various robots and their specifications. According to Oxford Dictionary, a robot is defined as a machine capable of carrying out complex series of actions automatically, especially one programmable by a computer. Whereas, according to Robotic Industries Association, a robot is a reprogrammable, multifunctional manipulator designed to move material, parts, tools, or specialized devices through variable program motion for the performance of variety of tasks. When we say manipulator, it is consisting of base, arm, wrist, and end effector. Arms or links are connected with the help of joints. There are two types of joints available in robot. One is rotary joint, which performs rotary motion about an axis, and another is prismatic type of joint, which performs linear motion along an axis. The particular combination of revolute and prismatic joints determines the geometry of the work envelope. The gross work envelope of a robot is defined as the locus of points in three-dimensional space that can be reached by the wrist. Based on these joints, we have various types of robots such as Cartesian robot, which has rectangular box work envelope. Cylindrical robot, whose work envelope is volume between two concentric cylinders. Similarly, we have spherical robot, which has work envelope as volume between two concentric sphericals, and articulated robot, which has quite complex work envelope, which is having all rotary type of joints. We can also classify the robots based on drive technology. Hydraulic drive is generally associated with larger robots. The usual advantage of hydraulic drive system are that it provides a robot with greater weight and strength. Hydraulic drive system can be designed to actuate either rotational joints or linear joints. Rotary vane actuators can be utilized to provide rotary motion, and hydraulic pistons can be used to accomplish linear motion. Electric drive systems do not generally provide as much speed or power as hydraulic system. Electric drive robots are actuated by DC stepping motors or DC servo motors. These motors are ideally suited to the actuation of rotational joints. Pneumatic drive is generally reserved for smaller robots that possesses fewer degree of freedom. These robots are often limited to simple pick-and-place operation with fast cycles. Pneumatic power can be readily adapted to the actuation of piston devices to provide translation movement of sliding joint. An important characteristic of air-activated pneumatic tools is that they exhibit built-in compliance in grasping objects since air is compressible fluid. This is in contrast to sensor less rigid mechanical grippers, which can easily damage a delicate object by squeezing too hard. While the drive technologies, work envelope, and motion control methods provide convenient ways to broadly classify robots, there are a number of additional characteristics that allow the user to further specify robotic manipulator. Some of the common characteristics are listed here. We will see them one by one. First is number of axes or degree of freedom. Each robotic manipulator has number of axes about which its links rotate or along which its links translate. Usually, the first three axes or major axes are used to establish the position of wrist, while the remaining axes are used to establish the orientation of tool or gripper. Practical industrial robots typically have from 4 to 6 axes. The redundant axes can be useful to reaching around obstacle in workspace or avoiding undesirable geometrical configuration of manipulator. Second is load carrying capacity. Load carrying capacity is nothing but the maximum load that robotic system can carry. It varies between robots. For example, Mini over 5 microbot, an educational tabletop robot, has a load carrying capacity of 2.2 kg at the end of spectrum. The GCA XR6 extended reach industrial robot has load carrying capacity of 4928 kg. Load carrying capacity is depends on size, configuration, construction and drive system used for robot. Next is speed. It is time required to perform periodic motion. It also depends on configuration, drive technology used for robot. The reach and stroke of a robotic manipulator are rough measures of the size of the work envelope. The horizontal reach is defined as the maximum radial distance the wrist mounting flange can be positioned from the vertical axis about which the robot rotates. The horizontal stroke is defined as the total radial distance the wrist can travel. The vertical reach of a robot is the maximum elevation above the work surface that the wrist mounting flange can reach, whereas vertical stroke is the total vertical distance that wrist can travel. One of the useful character of articulated robot lies in the fact that they often have full work envelope in the sense that the stroke equals to reach, whereas in normal cases stroke is less than reach. Next specification is tool orientation. While three major axes of a robot determines the shape of work envelope, the remaining axis determines the kind of orientation that the tool or hand can assume. If three independent minor axes are available, then arbitrary orientation in three-dimensional workspace can be obtained. Here, tool orientation about three axes are shown. If it is rotation about first axis, it is called as yaw. Rotation about second axis is called as pitch, whereas rotation about third axis is called as roll. This yaw, pitch and roll is explained with the help of example of aeroplane. Pitch, roll and yaw. The same thing is applied to robotic tool, that is a gripper, and with the help of it the yaw, pitch, roll is explained. The next specification about robot is repeatability, precision and accuracy. Repeatability is a measure of ability of the robot to position the tool tip in the same place repeatedly. On account of such things as backslash in gears and flexibility in the links, there will always be some repeatability error. Precision is a measure of spatial resolution with which the tool can be positioned within the work envelope, whereas accuracy is a measure of ability of the robot to place the tool tip at an arbitrarily prescribed location in the work envelope. Observe this video in which robot is doing pick and place operation. It is picking up the object from the prescribed point and placing it to the target point, and this process is done repeatedly for some iterations. To understand the accuracy and the repeatability, let's see these four figures. Let's assume that we want to place the object at this target position. So here four objects are placed repeatedly at the same workplace. Hence, we can say this is having accurate and repeatable configuration. Whereas in this particular scenario, the objects were placed repeatedly but not at the target point. Hence, this is not accurate but repeatable. Here, the objects are placed nearby workspace but they are placed at four different positions. Hence, this configuration is quite accurate but not repeatable. Whereas in the last scenario, the configuration is not repeatable and not accurate. as the objects are placed far from the target point and they are not also placed at the same point repeatedly. If the object is placed exactly at target point accurately, then it means robot has high precision. Whereas if it is not placed exactly at the same point, that is target point, then we will call it as a low precision. So in scenario 1, robot is having low accuracy as well as low precision. In the second scenario, it has low accuracy as it is far from the target point but high precision because it is placed repeatedly at the same point or nearby point. In the third scenario, it has high accuracy but very low precision. Whereas in last scenario, it has high accuracy and high precision. Normally, hydraulic robot has low precision and accuracy compared to electric and pneumatic robots. The last specification is operating environment. The operating environments within which robots function depends on nature of the task performed. Often, robots are used to perform jobs in harsh, dangerous, unhealthy environment. Example, transports of radioactive materials, spray painting, welding, and loading and unloads of furnace. For this application, the robot should be specifically designed to operate in extreme temperature, contaminated air. At the other end, the operating environment are clean rooms robots used in semiconductor manufacturing industry for such tasks as the handling of silicon wafers and photons masks. Some robots are used to perform daily work where they do not require really clean environment and not extreme conditions. Some robots are used to work in complex work envelope such as space because sometimes sending a human being in a space is costlier than sending a robot. In such scenario also robots can be used. So that's it for specification of robots. Thanks for watching.